Computer records indicated that Tellis used a computer at an identified cubicle, and he had a coworker print multiple classified documents for him that day. Wow, had a coworker do it. He printed pages 173 to 285, 286 to 398. Then at 8:49, he printed pages 943 to 959. Then he deletes the file. Gone. While searching Tellis's house in Vienna, investigators located over 1,000 pages of paper documents with classification markings top secret or secret levels, located all throughout the house, just scattered everywhere. A State Department employee busted with classified materials spying for a foreign power. Not good. This guy's name is Ashley Tellis, now been charged with the crime by the Trump DOJ. And this dude's been everywhere. He is here at a Heritage Foundation speech, senior associate at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, now charged with federal crimes. He has a lot of background, but he also has a Wikipedia over here. Senior fellow, Carnegie Endowment, International Security, Asian Strategic Issues, the Rand School, originally from Mumbai, India, later earned a PhD. Now he's got an arrest he's got to contend with. Here's the criminal complaint out of the Eastern District of Virginia. That's Lindsay Halligan territory. In a criminal complaint, October 11th, saying that he has one count unlawful retention of national defense information. We've got an affidavit from an FBI agent called Jeffrey Scott, and here is what is inside. I, Jeffrey Scott, FBI agent, now bring these charges against the person called Ashley Tellis on behalf of the United States of America, submitting this affidavit to the DOJ, and he has been charged. He says, I'm a special agent with the FBI, and I've been doing this for quite some time, all the way since April 2010, currently assigned to Washington. I was also an intelligence analyst, special agent. I've conducted a bunch of things, search warrants, arrest. I can see things that are threats to national security, bunch of training, and I'm amazing. Now, I make this affidavit in support of a criminal complaint charging Ashley Tellis with retaining unlawfully national defense information, and I'm drawing from a bunch of my training and experience. This is not everything that is necessary, and more will be revealed. Here's what he explains for us. Under U.S. Code, whoever having unauthorized possession of any national security instruments is in big trouble. Not good. Under Executive Order 13526, the unauthorized disclosure of top secret materials is also a problem, and sensitive compartmented information is defined as we're familiar with. So here's what ultimately happened. They say Ashley Tellis is a naturalized U.S. citizen who, as of October 11th, resided at his home in Vienna, Virginia. Since 2001, Tellis has been employed with the Department of State, currently an unpaid senior advisor over there, working for free. What a nice guy. Additionally, Tellis is a contractor in the Office of Net Assessment, ONA, within the DoD. In his role with the ONA, Tellis is considered a subject matter expert on India and South Asian affairs. And apparently this dude is like famous in that region. He's like, everybody knows him over in that part of the world. So it's a big deal. Additionally, Tellis is currently employed as a senior fellow at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace. So due to his employment with the DOS, the DoD, he's got a top secret security clearance, and he can access sensitive compartmented information. On August 2nd, 2001, he signed a document. Okay, you come into the U.S. government, you're going to sign this document. Okay, yeah, no problem. You agree to comply with laws and regulations? Yeah. You agree that you can't do any unauthorized disclosure? Yeah. And you know that if you do this, it could cause damage and you could be in trouble. You understand? Yeah, no problem at all. Signs it. On September 12th, 2025, Tellis was observed via video surveillance inside the Mark Center. That's a DoD facility located in Alexandria, Virginia, in the district of this court. Now, Tellis was observed via video surveillance entering a skiff utilized by his department. Computer records indicated that Tellis used a computer at an identified cubicle, and he had a coworker print multiple classified documents for him that day. Wow, had a coworker do it. Hey man, my terminal's acting up. You mind helping me facilitate federal crimes? Later that evening, after Tellis departed, investigators located two red-weld file pockets, both labeled Tellis, in the cubicle that Tellis had used. The documents contained in the file pockets included the documents printed by the coworker earlier the day, including a document that was top secret. On September 25th, he then entered the building, Harry S. Truman Building, at 3 p.m. He entered the office of the Bureau of South and Central Asian Affairs and logged into ClassNet, the DOS's secret-level computer system, and he stayed there for approximately 1 hour and then left. Now, later that same day, Tellis returned to the building at approximately 8:11 p.m., late night. He entered through the C Street entrance carrying a leather briefcase and a bag. At 8:13 p.m., he badged into his office, Suite 5247. Then at 8:17, he logged into ClassNet. At 8:19, he opened a PDF file from the desktop with a file name that referenced adversary fighter aircraft and the year 24. The file opened as a document with a title that referred to U.S. Air Force tactics, techniques, and procedures. The document had a Department of Air Force seal at the top and banner markings at the top that read Secret, FGI, RSEN, No Foreign, FISA. The document was 1,288 pages in length. That's a good one. TELUS then opened the print window, but canceled without printing. Every keystroke monitored. TELUS resaved the document, changed the file name to Econ Reform, like it's some economics report. TELUS reopened the print window and entered 59 through 172 in the pages window. I don't want to print 1,200 pages, so he just needs page 59 through 172. He selected multiple for page sizing and handling, right? This format showed in the print preview window to arrange 2 pages from the document being printed so that they're just kind of stacked side by side. 2 pages on one sheet. Much smaller stack of paper. This format allowed him, and he also scrolled through most of the pages of the print preview. They're just watching him, scrolling through. TELUS clicked on the printer selection drop-down menu and selected a printer. Then at 8:26, he pressed the print button, but the document did not print. Typical. TELUS attempted to print the document several times, but it did not appear that the document printed. They never work. At approximately 8:33, TELUS opened an unclassified document concerning a public speech by a U.S. government official. TELUS printed that document. At 8:34, he then reopened the document, now titled Econ Reform, and then printed it again. He printed pages 173 to 285, 286 to 398. Then at 8:49, he printed pages 943 to 959. Then he deletes the file. Gone. At approximately 8:52, TELUS then opened a PDF document classified as secret, no foreign intelligence. Now, the file opened was a U.S. Air Force weapons school document concerning military aircraft capabilities. He briefly scrolled through the document, printed all 40 pages. He's like, oh, this is a good one. At approximately 8:53, TELUS opened a PDF document classified, secret, no foreign. The file opened was another weapons school document concerning the military. He printed that puppy too. Then at 9:11 p.m., he logged off. At 9:17, he badged out of the building carrying the bag and the briefcase. Then on October 10th, TELUS was observed again inside the Mark Center on October 10th, not long ago. Again, in a skiff in the same cubicle. He's like, I'll just do this again. Nobody caught me. TELUS was observed on video surveillance again, arriving at the cubicle carrying his bag again. At 10:14 a.m., he removed multiple pages, documents A, from a file pocket located on his desk and placed documents A on his desk. The first page of document A appeared to be a PowerPoint presentation in landscape format. He was then observed opening a leather briefcase and bag for the first time since arriving at his cubicle and removing notepads and placing them on top of the red-weld file pocket. TELUS then appeared to remove additional documents, documents B, from the notepads that he brought with him, and he placed document B on his desk next to document A. So document B, also a PowerPoint presentation that kind of looked like the first set of documents. While sitting in his cubicle at 10:18 a.m., TELUS appeared to read one of the pages from documents A, which TELUS previously removed from the file pocket. Now, the FBI agent believes this page is classified as top secret, appears to be a document that was previously printed and left at the same cubicle utilized by him when he was there a month ago. Then at approximately 12:20, right around lunchtime, he's observed on video sitting at the cubicle and placing documents A in and amongst his notepads. So kind of maybe like, shoving them in there. Yeah. More specifically, he lifted some of the pages of one of the notepads and inserted the documents. Kind of like when you do the bridge with a deck of cards, you just kind of shove in the documents inside the notepad. Between the notepad pages, and then straightened documents A so they aligned with the pages of the notepad, and then reinserted documents A into the notepad. He then glanced over his shoulder, feds in here, towards the exit, then placed the notepads with the documents, including the classified top secret level documents, into his briefcase and bag, observed leaving the cubicle at 12:21 for the day. Bye. Then left the building, departed the Mark Center, drove directly to his home in Virginia, and the vehicle is registered to him and his spouse, and then busted. Now, TELUS has met with government officials of the PRC, People's Republic of China, multiple occasions over the past several years. On September 15th, 2022, so way back, multiple PRC government officials and TELUS had dinner at a restaurant in Fairfax, Virginia. TELUS entered the restaurant with a manila envelope, and the PRC officials entered the restaurant with a gift bag. Man, they've been watching this dude for a while. TELUS and the PRC officials sat in the back corner of the restaurant with the manila envelope on the table. The dinner meeting, and this is 2022, remember, these new these new activities are from 2025, right? So the two most recent skiffs, so this is old. The dinner meeting lasted approximately 2 hours, and TELUS did not appear to have the manila envelope in his possession once he left that restaurant. Wonder what they were having. I think it was Chinese food. On April 11th, 2022, 2023, TELUS again had dinner with PRC government officials in Fairfax, Virginia, because I'm sure they're everywhere. During the meal, TELUS and the officials could be occasionally overheard talking about Iranian-Chinese relations and emerging technologies, including AI. On March 19th, they've got the whole thing just recorded. On March 19th, TELUS dined again with other officials, 24, at a restaurant in Fairfax, Virginia. After finishing their meal, the group continued conversing and were heard speaking about U.S.-Pakistani relations. On September 2nd, then this year, he had another dinner with these officials in Fairfax. And very near the end of the dinner, they gave TELUS a red gift bag. A red gift bag, too, like the good communists they are. On October 11th, 2025, we got a search warrant. I've been following this dude for years. He's meeting with the Chinese. We got a search warrant, and we searched his house and his vehicle and his person, all conducted on the same day. While searching TELUS's house in Vienna, investigators located over 1,000 pages of paper documents with classification markings, top secret or secret levels, located all throughout the house, just scattered everywhere. The documents were generally found in 4 locations: a 4-drawer locked filing cabinet in a closet in the basement home office area, a 2-drawer locked filing cabinet in the basement home office area, 3 in the vicinity of a desk in the basement home office, and 4 in 3 large black trash bags in an unfinished storage room in the basement. It's like the bravado, man. Everywhere. Based on information developed during the execution of the search warrants, I believe that the basement of the home is the primary area utilized by TELUS. A laptop on the desk was unlocked during the search. We used his fingerprint. He then directed investigators to keys that investigators used to open the 2 locked filing cabinets. This dude's giving up everything. The keys were stored in a closet near the filing cabinets. On the desk in the basement home office, investigators also located a document with secret portion markings. And this dude was about to get out of Dodge. TELUS had scheduled international travel for the evening of on or about October 11th, the date of the search of his residence. The dude was going to bail. TELUS and his family had been scheduled to travel to Rome, Italy, and he was going to participate in a work engagement in Italy. According to flight reservations, he would have returned to the United States back on October 27th at some point. So I submit this affidavit. There's probable cause here. This dude has a bunch of classified documents he's not allowed to have. So we think he should be charged. And of course he was. Jeffrey Scott, special agent over at the FBI. And this dude was busted. So it's pretty interesting, man, how long they were following this dude. Sounds like they had full surveillance on him at every one of those meetings going all the way back to 2022. And he just thought he was going to get away with it. He's like, he comes home after stealing it's been such a long day. Just flips them on the desk. That top secret. And then probably he's giving it all to the Chinese. Now he's busted. And so Fox News reporting that they've reached out to the State Department for comment. They're not getting much from him. And so another spy busted with classified documents. Who knows how long he's been doing it? Probably a long time, given the fact that he was so careless with all of the thousands of pages of documents around his home. So shout out to the FBI and the DOJ. Nice to see them actually do something useful rather than targeting Catholic pro-lifers. We're going to keep our eye on the spies and the foreign influence. Thank you for subscribing and joining as we do.